Weird. Hi. I'm here. I was not here the whole time. That would be a lie. Steven! Mostly Mopar, getting closer to my numbers for No Name National. Thanks to y'all. Nice! Welcome, everybody. This is Dead Dodge Garage Live, and you should go subscribe to Mostly Mopar. It's kind of cold. What would be a lie? Oh, if I said I was here the whole time. Because I wasn't. That would be a lie. Oh, I hear children. So many children. Marty's here from St. Augustine. How's it going? I have arrived. What's up, Ray? How's it going? Older, not necessarily wiser in the house. Whoa, why is it playing through that? That's weird. That ain't right. Someone should do something. Would someone please think of the children? Tom's here, briefly, but he's having dinner or something. I didn't get things situated. Typically, I would never go live before this microphone was centered. Do not adjust your TV set. Portland cider. Pacific berry. It's apples and berries. Excuse me. If you hear a bunch of noise, it's all the children. There are so many children. It's ridiculous. Daughter, Fernie, 2 cousins, 3 cousins actually, plus a friend. That's 6 children. That's too many. Robobert says, that VIP is one sweet ride. Yes, it is. Tom says that the mini mic didn't last long. Mine? It sounded like poop, so I went back to this. Play sound effects through that. You know, the output device. There we go. Now we're thinking. You better have at least 6 adults on hand or you're screwed. Well, we're screwed. So anyway, Jason Bamford's here and says, sorry the semi was such a turd. That's okay. It is what it is. You know, you'll have that on them bigger jobs. we got 9 minutes of footage out of it. We'll definitely roll that into something at some point. I did find, the thing is that semi had the big 13 speed, and we really wanted to find the baby 13 speed, the 6 series, and I found one. Well, I didn't find it. My buddy Tyler found it. But it's in like Yakima, and it's attached to a Cat 3208, which is fine. The dude also has axles, Snoqualmie actually. He also has some axles I kind of want, and a lot of really cool truck parts. So I might just end up going and buying that. The price is right. It's not that. If it was like anywhere close to here, I'd be on my way. Dr. Art's here. Hi, Dr. Art. How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, Robobert, that is kind of D600 news. A gentleman who I believe just commented was hooking me up with a cab over semi for a transmission donor for it, but it didn't work out. It just, we drove to town about an hour and a half away, or even a little more actually, and Byron has a CDL, so he was going to drive this truck back, and we determined that was not possible after a good bit of effort. But anyway, good times. Cop Car Steve's here. What's happening in Masters of Mopar? Well, hell if I know. Believe in Yourself is here. Jaybird's in Puerto Rico. Send TSA agents ASAP. I'll see what I can do. Crazy Canadian is here and has finally decided to stop reminding me of things because it's been going on for too long. Hal Snyder has been a member for 15 months. Aloha. Great content. Thank you, Hal. Appreciate that. Andrew Button wants a B-Van ambulance. I thought you had a B-Van ambulance. I don't know if you can hear the children, but I can. Yeah, Andrew Button's here. I read your comment, didn't I? Yeah. That's funny. DJ Kami uses the phone instead of 400 watts of room-corrected studio monitors. That seems excessive, yeah. Oh, noise canceling is working well. Tanner's here. How's it going, Tanner? Tanner can hear children. Let's go check on Tanner's video. Now, this won't be a true... The thing about YouTube is there's always a delay, but... Okay, all right. All right. Well, I don't think that's accurate, really, but... It's getting some views. If you haven't seen it, I haven't seen it. I haven't had a chance. I was driving all day. Tanner got his first video up on the Scampy Scamp. Nice. That is, of course, over on Vintage Adventurer Drives. And I did link it on my channel. Snowmonk VX is here. How's it going? What's up? DJ Comedy saying something about the room corrected studio monitors. You know, I have studio monitors and I have a mixing board right here and I have like pretty decent condenser microphones and like all this nice equipment, and I don't use it. I use this little guy, which works surprisingly well, actually. Is there a difference in quality? Yes, but it's pretty good. Plymouth on Plywood dropped in. He is working long, ridiculous shifts, so we will not be seeing him. But good to hear from you. Best of luck out there. Alan's here. Alan was probably here early. Todd Denio is here. Whose name Tony cannot pronounce. The 67 Marlin lives and runs excellent. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Oh, Rob Fitch is here. I drove through Portland just 3.5, 4 hours ago. Your car sucks. Starts a new job in the morning. Should really be going to sleep right now, but priorities and stuff, so here I am. Well, thank you for your service. I appreciate that. That's awesome. DP Wheeler's here. Martin Adams is heading home from Pig and Pancake. I've never eaten at one of those, I don't think, but we did eat at the original Pancake House in... Was that an explosion? In Bend yesterday for brunch, which is pretty good. Crash's Roadrunner Garage is in the house. Larry Pollard, Mid-South Lowballer. My mother. Chris is here. Tanner's been here for a while. I didn't notice. Stuart Cody's here. Squirrelitis is here. We're waiting. We're waiting. Yeah, I did you a favor and started the stream earlier, so, you could all talk amongst yourselves. Jimmy Madison. Jeff R. is not here, apparently. First Jeff? Question mark? First Jeff comment. Nicely done. Jeffrey Voth. Oh, Plymouth on Plywood just posted up a picture on the Discord of his job, which looks like quite something. Oh, my headphones are falling off. There you go. From the home front. Oh, come on. I don't know what it is, but it looks big and expensive and complicated. Pick a word. Excuse me. James Frank. Sup? Ray says, hit the like button. Please do. Excuse me. Please do that. Cop Car Steve said, I thought the three-way conversation with Dr. Art and Uncle Tony was cool. Will this become a regular thing? I don't know. Maybe. They haven't, I haven't signed a contract or anything, but yeah, I've filled in for Art a couple times. What was that, like a year ago? I don't remember what was happening with him, but I ended up, maybe I only filled in once. Maybe he was on a road trip. Anyway. But I have been in his Tech Live a handful of times now. Robert says we don't need SM7 audio quality. Well, I don't really think so either, but I need to get one of those. It's the universal podcaster mic. Dwayne Paget wants to know, how dusty is the corn dog charger? Kind of. I had it out. God, when was that? Todd Denio and Steven Rosenthal have already hit the like. McNugget Garage in the house. Nice. That cornet's it's a slightly different color. You have more guitars. Yeah, they multiply. Actually, the only one of these that's new is that. That is not my Rick. That is a Japanese Rick copy. almost bought a guitar in Bend yesterday, but I thought better of it. That is a punk rock cat. I'll be damned. Never seen one of those before. Andrew Button has always been disappointed by 383s. I've never been disappointed by a 383. 383s are great. Kerosene Cucumbers in the house. How's it going? 383 doesn't equal turquoise. 1967, 1968 big block equals turquoise. Even a 440 HP in 1968 would have been turquoise. In 1969, an HP would be orange. 383 or 440, except for the Roadrunner with AC. And everything else would be blue. Yes, the Rick copy has strings. I actually really like it. It's pretty decent. Mark Cornett guy. Jamie, have you kicked off the new channel yet? No, but if you see us experimenting with nice cameras on the main channel, the Dead Dodge Garage, it's because we are familiarizing ourselves with the hardware to film some actually nice looking things. Tanner has posted a picture of himself and his cat's balls, I think. Patrick Radcliffe sent me $5. Thank you. Appreciate that. What's the verdict on the VIP's 383? Trash or cash? It smokes like a bastard, but it actually kind of seems to be okay. I don't know. We don't really have a verdict yet. The noise stopped. It hasn't come back. Yeah. Classic Dude Mike sent me a picture of a custom-made semi. Yes, you did. Did you like? Yeah. Jamie, do you have a nice heater box for a 70 E-body to sell me? Negative. I do not. Let's see. Where's Mike? Old pic of a custom semi. Come on. Just... Sometimes my email's dumb. There we go. It's kind of weird looking. The nose is too long. Like, I don't know really what I'm looking at, but anyway, it's interesting. A little mini semi. Kind of cool. Tilt nose. This is the way. I want to put a tilt nose on the D600. I think that's going to happen. McNugget says you always need guitars. They're like cars, just cheaper. Brother, don't I know it? You know how many... Yeah. Well, payday's tomorrow. The guitar store will next be open on Tuesday, and they have a Les Paul I want. So don't worry about that. We didn't have to talk about my kitty's privates. Well... Oh, wow. Snowmonk XV. I thought you were VX. I'm confused. Or you're confused. One of us is confused. Anyway, Snowmonk posted up pictures of a 67... four-door 67 VIP. Interesting that the tail light, the whole tail end situation is different on the four-door compared to the fast top. Yeah, the taillights are way wider on the fast top. Huh. Yeah. Did you know that 67 VIPs and 8, I think, only came as either a four-door hard top, so that is a pillarless four-door, or a fast top. You couldn't get the regular notch-looking two-door roof. Dutch Girl 73 posted a video of a cat watching one of my videos. I don't know what video that is. Oh! It's too cute. It's too cute. Cannonball Run Slant 6 edition. My brother and I were just talking about how we need another pandemic so we can do the Cannonball Run. Jeff Militich is here. Vivian's here. Yeah, your Snowmonk VX here, but XV on the Discord. I am confused. I love it. I love the kitty. Spitfire Mike says, make it lucky and only need valve seals on VIP. Fair point. And the thing really hasn't, it needs to be taken out and run, and then we'll see what we got. But usually valve seals, I mean, they can smoke all the time, I guess, but I think it's more likely that you would see, You would just see smoke on startup. That's usually the valve seal symptom, usually. John Chadwick Tilton says the noise was probably the corn bouncing around in the cylinders. Fair enough. Rooster's been here for the start. Nice. Wow. Vivian says, now I have to become one of those people saying turbo slant when so we can race that against my dart. Your dart's going to be faster. Way faster out of the hole. If boost ever actually happens, I may go flying by you at some point. John Hall has noticed that I'm currently not a liability. I promise you I still am. I just changed my hat. Ray said tilt front end on the Barracuda. Absolutely consider that. 100%. Right now, my ultimate plan for that Barracuda is straight axle gasser, tilt nose. But having said that, that might just be more of a dream than an actual plan. What is this? Oh, it's a space cat. I don't know that that'll ever actually happen, but yeah, I've always thought tilt nose would be awesome, and it needs a straight axle probably. But I like running it the way it is too. So, John Chadwick Tilton. I would post a video here where a different YouTuber revived an old Dodge and had a very similar response to topping off the brake fluid. It's happened to me multiple times before. Posted the video on the video. Well, if you post a link on a YouTube video, it won't actually post. You can't post links. Only creators can. That has to be AI because there's no way a cat would be that chill on water. Yeah. Okay, I think most of the extra children are leaving. That's good news. DJ Kami, don't know if an A-body even in free fall could do the cannonball in 2539. Well, not with a slant 6. Excuse me. And I think Tanner is calling Vivian out as well. Jeez. That sounds like something he would do. Brandon Pixley is now a member. Thank you. Fear my cat. Are you posting your cat on the Discord? McLovin should put up a link to the Discord if he hasn't done that. And I don't know, I can't tell from here what level of member you are, but fancies and above get access to members only. You do have to hook your YouTube to Discord. You have to log into your YouTube. Those are words. Oh, Tanner feels challenged to make the Scamps 225 faster than Vivian's start. Yeah, well, that engine's pretty mild. I mean, we were trying to make something that would have some poop, but also deliver thousands and thousands of reliable, economical miles. So there are decisions we made that, like, I mean, we didn't upgrade the valve springs. We didn't port the head. We didn't shave the head. We just cleaned it up. Shaved the block only 50 or 60 thou. You can go way more than that. I mean, we kept the compression reasonable for cheap gas. The cam is pretty mild. I mean, also, it's just a Super 6. It has a manifold. There's a lot more you could do. We did not build that car to be a race car. It's fun. It's got a good bit of power, but the old tired greasy slant had a good bit of power. Anyway, the point is, it shouldn't take you too much to win on that front. But she's down. Right now, as it stands, I guarantee you she's walking away from you. Like, no doubt. That Scamp does run pretty good. It's got the ported head and everything, but yeah. Squirrelitis says on the 66 VIPs, they just went with the same as the Fury 3. So I'm not clear on what Fury 3 has. Fury 3 versus Sport Fury in 67. I said Sport Fury on accident. I usually say Sports Fury to annoying people. Anyway, the VIP rear treatment on the Fast Top is identical to the Sport Fury, near as we can tell. It's got the same trim piece in the middle, but it's painted red on the VIP. Maybe not on all of them. A commenter told me that they had a black VIP and that piece was painted black. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be red, but Yeah, I don't know about Fury 3s, but Sport Fury seems to have the same rear treatment in 67. And I think Fury 3 has the same stuff. Fury 2 is different. Oh, nice. Spectacular Brat just posted up a picture of a 66 VIP. Nice. It's even butterscotch yellow. I like those. I really do. I love those taillights. It looks like, wow, even the lines on the hood, actually. It looks like the front of a 67 Valiant on the back. Anyway. Pretty cool. I would take one of those. Yeah. Space Cat Debt. Yeah. Pinkies up. But I'll drink anyhow. Race to the midpoint. Nice. I like that. Yeah, Vivian's not afraid to take a drive. I'd pay money to see that. Inviolate Duster says straight axle yes with regard to the Barracuda. Yeah. Wow, Andrew Button has some strong thoughts about early C bodies. That surprises me. That surprises me a lot. McLovin did share the link to the Discord, and then he shared it again. Thank you, McLovin. Your car sucks, but your cat's cute. Mobar K's in the house. How's it going, Kay? Kay is, of course, a member of DDG. Thank you, Kay. We haven't seen her around here in a while. How's it going? What's good in the hood? Someone, I meant to reach out. I don't remember what it was. In fact, no, I think maybe we had already talked about it. I don't know, but someone commented on one of my videos. It's been a bit now. It's been some weeks. And said that you needed help maybe on tuning your Duster or something. I can't remember what they said, but anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. But I do remember us talking about like ignition and stuff here. So there you go. Maybe you got it figured. Mad Ant Fixes says bad fuel can make an engine sound like it has a rod knock. Bad fuel could definitely have super low octane and cause detonation, but not that. Not that knocking sound. No way. No way. John Chadwick, Tilton with a fair point. Check for brake fluid introduced in engine. Maybe, maybe not. The only brake boosters I've ever had that problem with were the old school underfloor truck ones. I'm not saying it couldn't happen with a firewall mounted one. I've just never seen that yet. The brake booster in that car works, and it didn't seem... Yeah. It's something to think about. But again, I've never seen that with a firewall mounted booster. Rabbit Transit's in the house. How's it going? What's new? What's good in the hood? Jimmy Baps is here. I don't think we've seen Jimmy Baps in a stream for a while. How's it going? What's good? Nick Durkett's always here. There are so many names that we haven't seen in a bit. Everybody's in here. Thanks for coming, guys. Nick Durkett's just wanted to say hi. Don't always stay up for the live streams, but I haven't missed a DDG episode from the start. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. Angelo Racino. Jamie, is there a difference between the colors orange, red, turquoise on small block versus big block 67, 8, 9? Well, yes. There weren't red big blocks. That's the Chrysler Red. You sometimes see it called Chrysler Industrial Red. Speaking and mentioning that, there may well have been industrial engines that were red, but don't worry about that. If we're talking about cars, there weren't red big blocks. At least in the muscle era. Maybe back in whatever. Let's stick to muscle cars. Yeah, 67, 8, 9. So there were no red big blocks. There were red small blocks in 68. The 340 was red in 68. The 340 was turquoise in 69. And as far as I know, that's the same turquoise that was used on big blocks. And it's funny that the 340 was turquoise in 69 because big blocks weren't anymore. The orange, there are two oranges. There's HP orange and then Hemi orange. street hemi-orange. In fact, I think race hemi-orange is also yet another color. And the 340 changed to orange in 70, but it's not HP orange. It's like a red orange. I got to figure that out soon because I have an engine to paint. But as far as I know, there was only ever the one turquoise. I better take that back because the Poly was turquoise in the early 60s. Mine's turquoise, my 64, and it is not the same that was used on big blocks. Chadwick Tilton shared it in the comments, thought it worked. I bet it didn't. I bet if you went back and looked, it probably wouldn't be there. Jimmy Baps just got home from exploring a dealership closed since the 90s. Nice! You're on a Hergert adventure. Likening engaged. Todd already hit the like. Now it's your turn. Please hit the like button because it does something. Thank you. Rooster has a goal to break 1,000 subs in April. He's making videos again, so come see some cool stuff. McLovin put up a link to Rooster's channel if you haven't been there yet. Biggie, have you ever installed new vintage gauges? Bought a set for my wife's Duster. Hopefully it's not too painful. New vintage, is that a brand? Yeah. Duster. I've seen these, but no, I've never. Okay, I'm going to assume it's this set Summit Racing has for $850-ish. No, I've never installed these, but aftermarket gauges are all the same. I mean, the annoying thing here will be wiring all of it. I'm about to do... I haven't yet done a gauge conversion kit like this. I am about to do one in Tracy's 1973 Dodge Charger, and I will have a video on that, and I'll also be doing a write-up in a book. Ooh, they have some different styles. I hope you got these ones. These ones are cool. I think, is that a GPS speedo? I bet it is. Yeah, speedo programming, tach programming. Gauge style analog. Interesting. Huh. Adapter bushings. So maybe it is mechanical. Installing your gauge package will be as simple as plugging into a port on the back of the driver gauge. Interesting. Now, I don't know a thing about them, but that's kind of cool to know that exists. Jeffrey Voth, my 68 Polaro wagon had the 383 in turquoise. Yeah, they all would have been turquoise at that time. HP, not HP, doesn't matter. The only ones that weren't would have been a Hemi. I'm talking in the 60s until 69. Hemis would have been orange and Max wedges. In earlier years, there were different colors, but they were basically all turquoise from, is it 62 until 68? Something like that. Todd Janio said the VIP sounded like it was making popcorn. It did not sound the best at times. Bell James is here. How's it going? Oh, Carnivore guys dropping in a 383 and 727 into a 71 Dart V8 car. Anything other than C-body pan and conversion engine mounts needed? Well, exhaust. I've just done a video about this. I'm doing TTI headers, which are expensive. Apparently... there's some manifold you can use that is not the special A-body one. It might be the C-body one, but I'm not totally clear on that. You need exhaust that's going to fit. Otherwise, not much to it. I mean, the transmission's going to mount right to your cross member. Your drive shaft will be too short if it was a 904 transmission, and it probably was. Well, it definitely was. But everything else, linkage lines up, cooling lines are the same. Everything's easy that way. Mounts, exhaust, oil pan. That's a cat in a first-gen Charger. Oh, looked like he was wearing a hat, but just a harness. The cats are too cute. Ooh, what that is? That looks... Okay, it's not the Barracuda that I... No, that's a 66 Barracuda. Interesting. Someone with the username Windows ME, which is not good, posted up a Barracuda picture. Very cool. 66. Brandon Pixley has not joined the Discord yet. Perhaps he just did. I don't know. DJ Kami made it to the Discord as well. Coming in for a nose boop. Lucas Wittenmeyer is here from Wisconsin. How's it going? Stuart Cody, have you ever installed any Doug's headers? No, but I've heard Doug's are good, much like TTI. I think Doug's and TTI are the only brands worth actually buying. Yeah, Windows ME is a mistake. Ugh. John Chadwick Tilton does not know how to operate a Discord. I understand. You're not alone. Nice. Bill James, whatever happened to the 300? Been wondering about it. It's still at Alan's house. Technically, I own it again. Alan was still driving it from time to time. The alternator was making a bunch of horrible noise, and so he put, because we didn't have a spare 100 amp, so he put a spare, just a regular alternator on it using various brackets, and things didn't necessarily line up. Sorry, I saw something that said Perkins on it. Things didn't line up the best, I guess, and so we need a different alternator. I don't know if he actually came up with one out of the pile or not. But yeah, we got to figure that out. I think he even tried to buy one and it wasn't right. They sold him the wrong thing, or I don't remember what happened, but anyway, yeah, it's at Alan's house. It was still being driven pretty frequently until he got Butters, the 79 Power Wagon. Jamie McClafferty. Hey, Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Will you be attending Muscle Cars at the Strip next weekend in Vegas? Absolutely not. Sorry. I will name an event and I won't be at it. Except I'm planning to do No Name and considering the one in Pennsylvania. You know, the Carlisle. Byron's here. Right on time as usual. Sup. Brocklow is right on time as usual as well. And it's funny because I saw someone, DJ Kami, with a ridiculous engine swap suggestion, and I was going to ask if Brocklow changed his name. Jeff Militich's t-shirts have been shipped. Yes. I believe most of the orders from last week have in transit. Yeah. Oh. Weird. Jeff, your canceled order is still shown in here. I don't know what that's about. Weird. Refunded. Yeah, so why would it show as unfulfilled? Can't we just... Amateur hour over here. Can't we just make it go away? Whatever. Anyway, looks like, yeah, everything ordered last week's on its way. Jeff Hutchins said, I used to rebuild the Least Neville alternators all the time, tons of them on long trucks and equipment. I saw one on a semi recently, and I was like, that looks really familiar. Your Car Sucks says, I live near Carlisle. You should definitely hit it up. I know it's an awesome show. It's just a really long way to go. Junior Madison says, Doug's headers say doesn't fit with a column shift in a 6/8 small block. TTI does. TTI it is, I guess. Price wasn't that different anyway. Yeah, Doug's are expensive too. Excuse me. I have experience with TTI stuff. TTI headers are great. Their exhaust kits are nice. Yeah. Tanner wants to see a Barra engine and a Barracuda. I'm not going to do it, but someone should. Fox Can Fix It is here. Sorry I'm late. Finishing a new video and short stuff. I'm putting a hidden mag charger in my 68 Chevelle because I hate the dangly cords. Word to that. 40 minutes of work, 6 hours of editing. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Except everything takes me way longer than it should. all the time, not just editing, but working on things. McLovin did put up a link to the merch store, which is at shop.deaddodgegarage.com. Feel free to go over there and buy all the things. Speaking of shirts, no, I still need to place a test order of that and a couple mugs. We're going to have mugs. And I was going to do that, and then my computer glitched out, and then I got fed up with it, and that, I believe, was a month ago. Chris says an East Coast get together at Carlisle would be cool. I agree. I'm pretty sure if I am anything approaching famous anywhere, it would be at a national Mopar meet. Ugh. I was at Woodburn the one time I went. DJ comment, I do Monterey Car Week most years and know most of the internet era auto journalists, but I think I'd go all fangirl at Carlisle since I've never met Tony Angelo, but I know Lucky and Freiberger somehow. Interesting. I met Freiberger once. And he was cool. I've never met Tony Angelo or Lucky. Tony Angelo and I are in a pretty exclusive club, though, and that is owners of 1971 344-speed Demons. There are only 2,050 of them. Is the V8 mug you received as a gift going up on the merch store? No one has fessed up to having sent me that V8 mug. It's someone I know. There are only a small number of people that like have my address and have sent me stuff, but I don't know who specifically. A pic of DDG and Freiberger. Does it exist? Yes, it does. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. Photos. Tagged photos. Scroll back. How old am I? 10 years? 12? 13? I don't know. It's been a while. Let's see. That's Bebe. It's before Bebe time. That's my dog. That's Bebe. Let's see. It was like, nope. Farther back than that. There's the Z car. There's the new O'Reilly store. Here's me on my 24th birthday taking an engine out of my Swinger in the rain. Yep. That seems right. Where are we? What year is this? We're getting there. Hang on. This won't take too long. Hold on. Nope. It's past that. Past this part. In fact, never play this again. Oh, it's past that. It's got to be right in here. It's got to be right here. I said this wouldn't take long. That may have been a lie. Nope. It's past that. Past that. Hey, that's the Barracuda. Wow. Would it be funny if I just couldn't find this at all? I think so. Well, poop. I swear. My brother should have this somewhere. I'm gonna put him to work. Keep going, scroll. Send me a picture of us with Finnegan and Freiberger. There. We pay money for this. Is it really fair, Robert? Is it really fair to add "in the rain" to that? He said working on. Oh, maybe he might be listening right now. That's funny. 2015. Yeah. No, I got to 2015, but I'm not tagged. Yeah. So maybe I uploaded them myself too. I don't know. Pictures got goofy. Like I can only see the last 7 pictures I uploaded. AIDS. Anyway. My brother will find it. Edward Poe refuses to own a 1983 Imperial Sinatra edition. I would like to own one of those. What, both of them? Yes, Roadkill meet DDG. Long before DDG was DDG. Yeah. DP Wheeler says, I'm sure Vivian didn't expect her car to take a year either. No comment. She knows me. Yikes. That ain't good. No comment. Oof. Mold sniffer. Too true. When it was still dying, Dodge Costco tent garage. You think I had a Costco tent? Always get distracted while scrolling pics. It's a problem. Oh no, it's before Instagram. Please hold. Yeah. Cat. Roger. He's working on it. We'll have it. It's fine. Raymond Cabell either is here or isn't here. Because he posted Auf Wiedersehen. Beware the closing doors. Someone will hate that accent. And they should. What seats are those? That doesn't belong in a Barracuda. Oh, no. 60. Yeah. The reupholstered 66 Barracuda seats. It's a 1-year only deal. Nice. 66s are weird. Just like 67s are weird. They're both transition years. Yeah. Pretty cool. That is just creepy how similar to that one that I got from Tom. It's creepy how similar it is. Same color. Decent shape. Yeah. Napier Deltic is absolutely an engine swap worthy of a bag. Oh, John Chadwick Hilton dipped out. See you later. Martin Baumforth. Hey, Jamie, is there a Mopar you absolutely refuse to own? Dodge Intrepid? PT Cruiser's up there, but there is one here right now. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, my brother is here, actually. Yeah, it's been 11 years. Would you be Andrew Button? Would you be interested in a B van meetup? Well, we'd have to fit our B van first. Oh, Kay said I got to meet some guy named Jamie from Dead Dodge Garage. That was pretty bad to the bone. Yeah, that was cool. Nice. Tanner has met Lucky. Nice. DJ Kami lives near Fred Williams. Fred Williams is the best. Love that guy. Never met him. Sure would like to. Charger 44073 says you should totally go to Carlisle. I know I should. Yeah. David Corliss, who is a member. Thank you, David. With a question. 66 361 engine, 80,000 miles on it. Any issues I should look out for? Dried up rubber seals? I mean, I don't know if this is common, but I did have a 361 that I tore down. Well, no, I didn't tear it down. I got it in pieces. A gentleman had torn down. It ran. It had a piston cracked in half. That was pretty cool. Valve seats, just regular wear stuff. 80,000 miles it's not a lot by today's standards. It's kind of a lot by mid-60s standards, especially if the maintenance wasn't the best, Okay, yeah, Brandon is Winemi. Got it. It's all making sense now. So Brandon's got that awesome Barracuda. Oh, yeah. Whiskey, then beer, never fear. Beer before liquor, never been whatever. Oh! Picture of Rob and his cats. That's too cute. Russ Peters Derelicts wants to know if an A57 30-cylinder would fit in the bed of an A100 pickup. If I could get my hands on an A57 multibank, I would be more than willing to find out. Even if it might not be fully in the bed. It might be partially around the bed. But, yeah. That would be the greatest thing of all times. Of all time. Whatever. We're going to need a bigger boat. Gary Kuhn, do you ever watch Cold War Motors? They do some really great content, quite a bit of Dodge stuff. I I've checked in on them many times over the years. Here's the thing. We have a lot in common, Cold War Motors and I. We make our own music. We play with Mopars and classic things. They have snow. I have rain. We all have beards. You know, I mean, there are similarities. Like since the beginning of my channel, people have commented about Cold War Motors. So, he did a live with Tony. I talked to him in the comments. Maybe he did a couple of lives with Tony, actually. And I talked to him in the comments, and that was cool. I don't watch their stuff consistently. I've checked in on the comments on their videos several times, but I've never actually continued to watch their videos. And hopefully they don't continue to watch mine, because if they do, then I would feel bad. But yeah, they do cool stuff over there. Game recognizes game, you know what I mean? But I also like liquor before beer. Why, yes, thank you. Especially now, I don't have time to watch videos. And it's not even that just I'm too busy making them. That is also true, but I'm also writing a book, and now we've got a 4-year-old running around here, and there's just too much. There's too much, and I can't watch every channel, and it is what it is. What am I looking at here? What on earth has Evan found now? What is this? What is this, a truck for ants? One man, international line truck, top hatch to climb into while truck is loaded on both sides. Whoa. That is disgusting looking. Come on. Give me just a good front. There are no shots where you can actually see what this stupid thing looks like. But it looks like an international truck, and they accidentally cut out a third of the cab. Yeah, the light's stupid. Come on. That's ridiculous. Oh, yeah. McLovin just sent me a link to the 69 Dart with a turbo slant in it. It just popped up for sale again. So I was negotiating with that guy for that car right before I did my turbo slant build, or maybe right as I was starting it, something like that. This popped up. Oh no, Scott at Cold War Motors shaved off his beard. I ain't doing it. I won't do it. I am going to trim it soon. I got to get my hair did. And the beard trim, big beard trim comes with that, but I will not shave it. Anyway, this turbo slant Dart, it's much nicer done than what I built, for sure. The guy that built it was in the Portland area. He had it up for $12,000 or $13,000, somewhere around there. And it is actually legitimately a pretty nice car. Okay. It's pretty decent. It's presentable, unlike my turbo slant car. So in the 10 to 12 grand range, that sounds pretty good. And he was interested in my 69 Charger project car. And I sent him 100 pictures, and he was strongly considering swapping. And then he just backed out. He said, you know what? I just don't want to do that. I want to get money. And I understood, no problem. It would have been awesome. I wanted it. But we didn't do it, and it moved on to greener pastures, and it just popped up for sale again from some guy who claims there's $20,000 invested in the engine. He got it as a project and did a few things and wants to move it on. And he put it up for $20,000, which is some bullshit. Apologies for swearing. Oh, Chris Newis was slightly late. I'm way late to this comment, but he was slightly late because he's in Texas in a different time zone and forgot to set a reminder. Well, you'll have that sometimes, but I'm glad you made it. I just saw something. Where'd it go? Oh, tell us about the book. I am the liquor, Randy. Bo Bandy. I need a cheeseburger, Mr. Leahy. Man's got to eat. Jeff Militich, refund shows up on PayPal but not in bank. Did it go into your PayPal account? Because you might have to manually transfer it to your bank. I don't know. Yours is the only refund I've ever processed. I don't know how it works. But if it went into your PayPal, then you have to do a bank transfer. Martin Baumforth. If you crossed a dart with a scamp, you would create a podge damp. But a scamp is a dart. Cop Car Steve headed out. It's Mopar, no car, bud. I agree. K-Car Wagon build. Nope. I do not want any more builds. I want to build the ones that I have. Yeah, I know. No, I know, Jeff. I've fixed. I know that. And I refunded the other one. It's just, it still shows in my list of orders as unfulfilled. Excuse me. Yeah. Snowmonk VX enjoys Tony Angelo's projects and videos. Yeah, I like it. Again, like, I can't keep up with anybody. I do watch his videos from time to time. I enjoy the pizza bit. Why is my camera still out of focus? Thank you, I think. Pizza team with a racing problem. Oh, it's so good. My brother was wearing a We're Gonna Lose the Shop shirt this weekend, which extracted many comments. Yeah. Craig Ferguson had a Jeff. He just spelled it wrong. Hey, Geoff. Hey. Balls. Yes, Tanner cut video of me in a PT Cruiser. Very true. International Harvester cars are fine. Internationals as something to be studied. Nice. DJ Kami says Concord is the real avoid Mopar. I agree, probably. Answer 14 is here. How's it going? Good evening, Jamie. I've determined after careful research that you have experienced 3 sunny days in the last 4 years. That's really good. Does it ever stop raining? Yeah, it was actually really nice yesterday, and I wasn't here to see it. And we had a very nice Saturday 2 Saturdays ago as well. And we had a fire and we cooked meats. Jeff and I like to swap logs. Sometimes they touch. A log. Was that an attempt at a Craig Ferguson German accent? No. 1 ding, we are German. 2 dings, we are still German. No. Wow, look at that. Bell James, fly out to Tulsa, take the Cordoba back to Carlisle, 1,100 miles, not 3,000. That is less. It's very less. Very less. Much less. Those are words. That's... My brother looked for the picture of us with roadkill, couldn't find it, and sent this. Best I got. All right, I'll do it myself. We'll do it live. God. But I can't find it on my phone. It's not working. So, let's go here, and then we'll just scroll back to 2015. Can't be too hard. How many pictures can I have posted in the last 11 years? I mean, come on. I don't post much. There's a burned down house. Oh, it's been a couple of years. There's my boat. There's the last shop show. There's the demon. There's the Not Little Red. There's my daughter in a mail truck. There's the power wagon. Here's the very beginning of YouTube. So we know when that was. Okay, there's my Cobra. There's that swinger. Here's when I used to go on road trips and build stuff and hang out on my boat a lot and do actually cool stuff. Hey, that's us in the middle of nowhere, Nevada. And there's my boat in the water again, and here's off-roading, because I used to actually do stuff instead of just make videos all the time. This isn't a complaint, merely an observation. And we're scrolling, and there's my daughter with, what did she call it? It was my 51 Plymouth Concorde. I think she called it the Beauty, something like that. There's Jordan's satellite, which was Alex's satellite. That's my dad. That's a Thunderbird engine removal. There's 20 other Mopars I used to own, and we're getting closer. There's my Barracuda. There's a van that we did a bunch of burnouts with. That was pre-YouTube. No! That thing wasn't a YouTube video. It wasn't a YouTube video. I got it before YouTube, though. Here's that crew cab we restored for some damn reason. Road trips. Plymouth Plaza when I got it. Ooh, when was that? I just got this car back. What year was this? 2019. So, 6.5 years ago is when I got it. Wow, the hubcaps were still chrome. Byron ruined this car. Anyway, I just got it back. There will be a video on that coming. There's the Belvedere I surprised my wife with for Christmas one year. There's forklift races. Somewhere in here. We're getting closer. Here we go. There's Ghost Town trip. Ooh, Monument Valley. Nice, nice, nice. How's everybody doing? I'm just scrolling through 11 years of pictures. Yes, the Plymouth Plaza is a Flathead 6, 3 on the tree transmission. It's super fun. It runs and drives. We'll be doing a video just making some cosmetic improvements. Brandon Pixley, have you heard of the Poverty Car Tour event? I have not. DDG has some deep lore. Yeah, man. That's I've said it before. I'll say it again. Dead Dodge Garage, not a new act for YouTube, but a way of life. Oh, also I had a Prelude at some point for some reason. There's my third Cummins truck. There's my yellow Challenger. That was before YouTube. There's E-Body Day at the old shop. Did you know we used to run a business? Here's, oh, that 64 Polara in Bremerton I didn't get to buy. That is an Edsel in a junkyard. That's kind of cool. There's a Jeep I put an engine in. There's my lifted 1978 K20. 6-inch lift, 8-inch lift on 38s. Ooh, there's a 383 I built. There's my 1969 W500. Yes, that's a 4-wheel drive 2-ton truck. There's my daughter. She's so cute. Ooh. Rob Fitch just posted up a picture of his W100 on the Discord. There's a 340 I built. There's my 78 van on a road trip to California. There's my daughter in a cozy coupe. Nice. We're getting close now. We got to get to the pre-Ava days. We'll do it live! Wonder if anyone's ever done a metal mashup. Jesse Wright, were you getting that 4-cylinder? What 4-cylinder? Or already have the engine out of that tilt cab? We haven't taken it out yet. That will be an upcoming episode. Oh, there's my 1972 Ford F100 long bed. It'll be an upcoming episode removing the engine. We need 2 free days of good weather, ideally a Monday and a Tuesday. Hell, that could be this engine Wednesday if it's supposed to be like semi-decent for the next couple days. So, yeah. This is about to be baby time. There's my 1967 Buick Electra 225. We were just talking about that. Yep, that's a baby in an ultrasound. That's a raccoon. Okay, we got to be close. It's got to be right here. There's my wife daily driving her wagon. There's my first Cummins truck. Good Lord, it has to be right here. We got to be there. You're killing me. How are there no... Oh, my God. There have to be pictures of this. That's the one trip I took on a fishing boat. That was fun. Nice. Moparquet with an update on her Duster. She is enjoying it at least once a week. That's awesome. Dean Stevenson is here. Belt sander races. Dude, I've seen videos of that. It's awesome. Twisted Mopar's in the house. How's it going? Jeff R. How's the band? Morning Orange or other? Morning Orange. And I'm still working on editing. Editing. That's a different thing. Mixing our album. That is a cat in a cupboard. That's cute. Dude, where are the pictures of our trip? That's shop days. It's gotta be. There's a baby puppy. Wait, I can figure this out. It's 2015. This is when we moved into the shop. That's moving into the shop. That's fishing boat trip. Come on. Really? Okay, so somewhere there are pictures of my brother and I with Finnegan and Freiberger, but I guess they've been lost to time. Because that's July of 15, and it was well before that. Killing me. Robobert, you had a Chevy? Yeah, I forgot. I had a lifted Chevy truck. I don't even remember, like, how or why. Where did I get that thing? I don't know, but I sold it to Connor. And oh, I think he did sell it. He had it for years. And I ended up back. Funny enough, the picture I saw was the day I drove it in the snow. He just brought it back to my house for a bit. And I drove it in the snow. Good times. Well, that's annoying. Anyway, at least I scrolled through hundreds and hundreds of pictures for no reason. There's my wife driving the satellite. Nice. That is a small revolver on a cat. Incredible. Prelude is the best Honda model. I agree. Mad Ant Fixes more about forklift races. It wasn't really that serious, but we had 2 forklifts, and as soon as you have 2 forklifts. Timothy Holcomb is here and says more big body 3 pedals. It certainly could happen at some point. Todd Denio. Twisted, if you're asking Jamie about the 379 Chrysler 300, he sold that a while back. I own it again. It is at Alan's house, but I own it, I think. It can be hard to tell sometimes because of all the trading back and forth stuff. Nice. Fox Can Fix It is going to watch Tom's video on the land yacht with 3 pedals. After this, he's going to do that and unwind. Sounds good. Red Rock Repair LLC. I found you because I recently took on the USPS contract. Here? Like locally? Or like somewhere? Always look on the bright side of life. Oh, this is my wife with my 66 Charger after it caught on fire. So, what have we learned? Yikes. I'm deep in the memories now. This is crazy. Apparently I had... Speaking of Connor, apparently I had his 66 Cornet in my old garage for a while. Who knew? There's the wagon off-road. It's Quinault. There's my wife scooping kitty litter off the street because the station wagon, as she points out in this comment, was the Wagon Valdez. It leaked power steering fluid like a bastard. It was her daily driver, and it just... It was horrible, and the city noticed the oil slick, and we got a love letter, and we had to clean it up. Is Rocket Restorations your dad? No. He is actually, weird fact there, he's 10 years older than me, but his birthday is my dad's birthday. If you combine a Chevette and a Dart, is it a Shart? Josh Homan is here. Nice. I hear screaming children in the distance. That's nice. More Dart Weeks coming, question mark, from blah blah. Yes. Dart Week's over for now, but it's coming back. Let the liquor do the thinking. Well, PayPal is a payment processing platform for, countless internet stores, among other things. Cash App is not. You mean it's not normal to have 43 half-finished project cars piled up outside the garage? I wouldn't know, but that sounds pretty normal to me. Did I say hi to Barry Kuda? I think I did. No lowballers. Yeah, that's a good shirt, too. Yeah. Uh-huh. Kay thought Tanner was my cousin. You might not be the only person that sees a similarity. Richard's scary looking truck. So true. DJ, a 4-year-old is probably worse than any of the worst questionable engineering choices Mopar made over the years. That's hilarious. Speaking of bad choices Chrysler made over the years. Yeah. What he said. Someone asked about the book. Tell us about the books. The book. Ooh, XJ. Nice. Mopar Electrical Systems Repair Replace. I don't actually know. There's a working title. The working title is Chrysler Electrical Systems 1961 to 1964. Is that the working title? Mopar Electrical Systems 1961 to 1974. I told them that I wanted to call it the Big Classic Chrysler Wiring Guide Book or Electrical Book or something like that. And they didn't like that idea. But, oh well. Oh well. Anyway, what were we talking about? I don't even know. That's the book, electrical book. PayPal is transferring, takes them a few days. Worst case, Ontario, it will take a few more days. Yep, sounds right. This was not Duster advice. Dean Stevenson's here. How's it going? Jamie, how many cats now? We have 4 girls inside, a boy and a girl outside, and then another random neighborhood boy cat. Dolphin Don enjoyed the Slant 6 Dart video. Thank you. Appreciate that. I thought it was pretty good myself. It looked a little different than usual, but yeah, it did pretty well. No hardback. So it is a Kartek essay design workbench series book, just like this one, but Mopar specific. So yeah, it's coming. They've officially given me money, so it's happening. Tavo's here. Did I not say hi to Tavo? How's my 57 Cornet coming along? I don't know. When are you going to come get it? It's not coming. I haven't touched it. It's across the driveway currently. I still need a shift cable. Still. Tanner only has 7 cars now. Midnight Mechanic only has 6. That's pretty good. Mine's in the mid-20s. DP Wheeler said Trev and Tom were too funny with Trev's 300H. I agree. I watched that video, Tom's video from yesterday about the 300 Hearst last night at like 11:30 after I finished uploading my video for today. Yeah, that car's pretty cool. I did notice they didn't drive it. There is a reason for that. And that reason is it's worth as much as at least a like small house, maybe like a reasonable size house. So anyway, Colin will put the pictures in the Discord later. Should I scroll through 20 years of Colin's pictures to find them? What? He posted a picture of speaking of roadkill, the Ford Ranchero, the Ranchero in the museum there. Which is funny because I'm pretty sure it was there when Tom and I drove by and we didn't know. Oh, well. Anyway, I think if I do this. Yes, Ava and my daughter Ava and Rooster share a birthday with the tax deadline. Yes, very true. 7 cats, how many dogs? 3. Most of the kids have left. It's quieter. There is still screaming, but does the preface, the introduction to your book suggest owning a fire extinguisher? No. Oh, I guess Birdsong did a video about getting along with his neighbors. I have not seen that. Birdsong messaged me. I think I mentioned he added me on Facebook, which I thought was cool. He messaged me on Friday and said, we're twinsies. Congrats on your subs. We are twinsies. Thanks, Birdsong. the title of the book should be How Not to Burn Down Your Mopar. Well, Scoop does not know how Discord works. That is unfortunate. Jeff Deal with a question. Mopar challenge question. I believe the XJ owns its fanboy cult status and it's worth it. Can it be improved by installing a Slant 6? The 4-liter stands alone. The Slant 6 would be a massive downgrade. I'm scrolling through my brother's pictures, and in Poplar Bluff, Missouri, he parked the 64 Fury next to an AMC Marlin. I probably knew that, and I forgot. Pretty cool. Anyway, we're still scrolling. He posts a lot of pictures, unlike some of us. So many pictures. There's a 69 Charger. There's a lot of Impala in here. There's the Llama Barn Valiant. There's another Impala. There's a Duster. We're still scrolling. There's still 20 billion pictures of 2 Impalas. Oh, and a Corvette. Oh, and a square body briefly. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Stephen Andrews shares his birthday with John Wayne. Nice. Tanner is not putting a V8 in the Scamp, unless he changes his mind and disappoints me. David's here. How's it going? DJ Kami says the book better end with "and remember." The introduction does. I spoiled that on a previous live stream. The last line in the introduction is... Oh, I can't find it. It's remember, try and keep the smoke inside the wires. A unibody Impala or a cool one? He has that 67 four-door hardtop. Oh, that's baby Henry with crazy poofy hair and a little bison. That's precious. There's the Duster when it was still a thing. Oh, I think this is when he sold the Duster, actually. Wow. And then it got wrecked almost immediately. Uh-huh. Baby Hangry. So many pictures of Baby Hangry. That's a lot of Baby Hangry. Driving across the country. That was an Ava. That's more Ava. Nice. That's Baby Evan. Lucas Wittenmeyer. Any advice on starting a YouTube channel? I have a lot of advice on that subject, actually. It's a crowded place. And if you just want to do it, then do it. What are you waiting for? Do whatever you want. If you want to do it and try to get to the level I'm at, and it's not like I'm rich and famous or anything like that, but I'm a semi-successful YouTuber. It pays the bills. I said Rambler Marlin. I don't know what year it was, but anyway, it's a Marlin. YouTube. Be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else. The best advice I got came from Tony and from DD Speed Shop. People want to get to know you. I took that to the I baked my personality fully into these videos, for better or often for worse. It doesn't matter. Be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else. People can smell when you're fake. Yeah, they can. Do what you want to do. Do it because you want to and you enjoy it. And do it in a way that is true to you. Post videos a lot. You got to make a lot of videos. I sometimes see people who start a channel and then make like one video or 2 or 3 videos and then wonder why they don't have 1 million subscribers. Well, you got to make videos. Something else I guess I got from Tony is your videos, they should have value to people. Whether it's, maybe that value is simply entertainment, but I pack as much information as possible into every single video I make. So that might be helpful to you as well. I mean, you have to have a reason for making videos. Does that make sense? You gotta have a goal. An end, Don't just make it because you think you should. This has to be close. Oh, that was my grandpa with his Dart Sport. Nice. In Rooster's last video, he announced his retirement from working on people's stuff so he can focus on his own stuff. Hey, I'm announcing right here and right now I have no interest in working on anything for anyone else for the rest of time. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do it still from time to time, but please do not ask me to work on your junk, because I probably will. There's my brother's duster in Utah? Why is he bald? What happened? Okay, this might be the before times. I think I scrolled too far. What are we looking at? It's now, sir. We're looking at now. When will then be now? Soon. That's engine shop. Yep. Okay. Beginning of engine shop. There's Barracuda. Oh, I found it. There's us looking like members of the IRA before leaving. There's the duster broken down at least 1,000,000 times. Here's a picture of us leaning against the duster. This is Colin's original duster with, it's me and Finnegan leaning against the duster, and Freiberger's in the background. And then here is a picture of the four of us. And I will post these on the Discord because it's easy, and then I'll show you on my phone. Yay! And we only had to scroll through 20 billion pictures. That was ridiculous. Moper Man 1978's here. How's it going? Potato. Is Dougster here? Dougster must be here. Hi, Dougster. Dougster's temporarily here. Patrick Radcliffe wants to know, how boaty is the VIP? Well, it's large. I didn't get to actually drive and experience it, so I don't know if you mean handles like a boat. I don't know. Why does your brother look just like my buddy Josh? I can't answer that. Ibaz likes tacos. I think that's Ibaz. I think that's what that says. Man Ant fixes. I upload when I want to now and do what I want. All that advice on those YouTube help channels is mostly BS. That's the thing. Upload consistently is helpful if you're trying to build consistent viewership. That is why I am stuck to the upload schedule I'm stuck to, because I have consistent viewership, and I've thought about changing things up, and that may well happen at some point, because 2 videos a week is really hard. But I have such a consistent returning audience, and it works, so I don't want to screw that up. Does that make sense? So I wouldn't say that post consistently is bad advice. It's not. It's good advice, but you also don't have to do that. And if you can't upload, consistently, weekly, bi-weekly, daily, don't. You have to do what works for your schedule, but yeah. Jeff Hutchins is also announcing that he doesn't want to work on other people's stuff, but please keep bringing it anyway or my family will starve to death. Yeah. Someday, I think I will get to a point where I post when I really feel like it. 2 videos a week is exhausting, but I'm not giving it up now. I'm not giving it up anytime soon. Yeah. If you want to get started with a channel, you need to post a lot. But the videos you post need to be good and interesting and exciting. Beyond that, I do still have more YouTube advice. I think I mentioned I have so much YouTube advice. The appearance of your videos, your titles and thumbnails. If you think they're not important, you are very wrong. That they are of the utmost importance. Good titles, interesting titles that grab attention, and thumbnails that grab attention. Those things have gotten me farther than anything else. Also, professional appearance has been big for me, and some channels don't do that, and yeah. No, that's funny. Byron says, found out yesterday my dad has watched some of your YouTube. He said, yeah, I stopped watching. He just rambles too much. And yeah, my dad was right, but that's okay. He is right. I talk 100%. Like, that's fine. Not everyone, oh, this is important too. Not everyone is going to like what you do. And that's fine. It's actually really important that not everyone likes what you do. Because some people are really going to love what you do. And those are the people you're looking for. You want your audience. Because if you can do something, you know what I'm trying to say. You want to do something that appeals to people, but you're never going to be able to appeal to everyone. You want to appeal to your people. Figure out what your people are, who your people are, and play to them. And that is what I do. And I used to get a lot more comments like, this guy talks too much, or this guy's just trying to be Derek from Vice Grip Garage, or this guy's a moron, or this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, or, this guy's fake. I used to get a lot more of that. To be honest with you, I think as your channel gets bigger, people are more scared to be douches. Does that make sense? Like when I was a small channel, I would hear so much more of that. Like, and I'm sure part of it's that I've gotten better, but I think a big part of it is like when I have a not big, but relatively large, well-established channel now, and people don't think they can just, put me down or shame me into not making videos anymore. But anyway, as you're starting, you're going to hear from those people, so get used to it. Fox can fix it with good advice. You will probably hate how you look or sound. Get over it. Just do the thing as best you can. 100%. I hate my voice. I've been recording my own voice for 23 years now, and I still hate it. But it's what I got. So, yeah, you just got to do it. And as far as hating how I look, whatever. I don't care how I look. I think I've made that quite apparent. And I'm not on camera much. That's pretty important to me. And it's not just because I don't want you to see me. It's more just because I don't want to be the center of attention. I want the subject, the car, to be the center of attention. It's not reality TV. I'm not a TV star or whatever. But you damn well hear my voice. And some people hate it. 6 dropped in to drop a like. Thank you. Appreciate that, 6. Bubba Hashmelt. I went to prime my rebuilt 5.2 Magnum and I have oil gushing out the oil filter adapter plate. Any ideas? Use new gasket and torque to spec. Yes, I do have ideas. Did you know that Magnum and LA filter adapter plates are shaped differently? Well, they are. And if you're trying to use an LA plate on a Magnum, that might be the issue. They have a different amount of dish to them because for whatever reason, the hole in the center of an LA block, in the center of the oil filter adapter, is at a different height than the one in the Magnum block. So you could have the wrong plate. If you're using the one that came off your Magnum, great. You could have the wrong gasket or something, or it's not getting torqued properly, or I don't know what. The proper gasket on a Magnum, hang on, I gotta think. It should be, I believe, the flat one. Yeah, it should be the flat one, the thin paper, flat, with the 3 pieces that connect to a middle hole. Should be that one. Yeah, I think. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. So make sure you're using that one. Make sure it's torqued properly, and make sure you have the right plate. I believe, yeah, I'm pretty sure the Magnum, the center is level with the outside, and the LA, it's recessed. And so the LA plate has a recessed center dingus piece, and if you bolt that onto a Magnum, it's not even going to crush the gasket at all. So that may well be your issue if the plate got mixed up. Hope that helps. Scooter in Vegas says, your voice sounds cool to me. Well, thank you, I think. Andrew Button, have you ever worked on or owned a Plymouth Champ? I had the chance, but I didn't. Tom Cesal says, I must say you're fun to watch, very entertaining. Love the mouse nest blasting out of the exhaust on that Fury. Anytime we can do that, I will. Yeah. Oh, Gary Hergert's here. Congrats on passing Birdsong on subs. Yes, he even messaged me to congratulate me. And said also, J noises. Yes, we saw the 300J run briefly at the very end of today's video. Robert says, typically channels that are recommended to me that have presenters are 9 times out of 10 absolutely unbearable, just annoying to listen to. This channel is not one of those. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have to tell you that a lot of people over the years have disagreed. But again, you're my people, and I'm so thankful for that. Like, we have almost 90,000 people now who have subscribed to the channel, who like it enough to, keep watching videos and all that. And that's great. There are plenty of people out there who do not feel that way, who don't like my voice, don't like the messages, the videos, and that's fine. That's a good one too, Dragonhead. DD Speed Shop, that was from his, how to run a YouTube channel. The other thing is, say you only have 50 subscribers. Say your video only got 50 views. Well, imagine those 50 views in the room listening to you talk, right? Those 50 people. Like, that's more people than you could fit in your living room. That's more people than you could fit in like a McDonald's probably. That's pretty cool. You're not going to get bajillions immediately. And you just have to be okay with that. Abaz has been nuked from orbit by McLovin. It's too much random words. Spammed in chat. Please do not do that. Ram Man, thinking about getting a second-gen diesel truck. How many miles is too many? No such thing, as long as the transmission's good and the VP44 is in good shape. And that is, of course, assuming we're talking about Mopar. Cummins trucks. Yes. Don't get too heartened if you work hard and make a video and it only gets a few hundred views. One day, one you think is pretty ordinary will explode with views. The Meekum video I did that got almost 500,000. It's not a good video. I don't like it. I don't like how I sound in it. I repeated myself a bunch. It's really short. I missed a few important things. But it did something, Honestly, the reason it got 500,000 views is because I put unsafe at any speed in the thumbnail and it got people's attention. But yeah, and there's another thing. Tom and I experience this all the time. You will put a bunch of work into a video that you think is great and you think is deserving of that 500,000 view number, and it will be your worst video that you've put out in months. And you will make something that you think is mundane and stupid and you don't think it's good and you don't know what the point of the video is. You just need to get something out, and it will get 100,000 views for no reason. You'll do a video on a vehicle that you don't think is interesting, and apparently it is very interesting. K-Car. Anything from the 80s that I've done. Why am I even doing this? People like it. Yeah. Anyway. Mopar Man is doing better than he deserves. Went down in Arkansas today to pick up a 400 big block with a 727. Guy didn't realize it's a 69 440 since it was so rusty on the outside. That's a score. Excuse me. McLovin put up a link to Chris Greenhill's garage. He's still trying to get to... excuse me again. He's trying to get to No Name at some time, and a good few people from here have subscribed. But if you would please subscribe to Chris Greenhill's garage, we would appreciate that. Byron says 1 video a week wouldn't be bad, but there would need to be more. Yeah, 1 a week. I really think at some point Dead Dodge Garage is probably going to have to go down to 1 video a week. Keeping 2 going with all the other balls I've got in the air is very difficult. I don't want to abandon Engine Wednesday though. People like it and it's fun, but I don't know. At some point we might have to go down to 1 video a week. Tom Cesal, can you make my Ram 1500 sounds better? Sounds like it is, well, crap for a 5.7 Hemi. Sounds like crap. Take it to an exhaust shop. No, I can't make it sound better for you. I wish I could. I can't even make mine sound better. I don't care. Stock exhaust. Mine's a 2019 Hemi truck. Sounds good when I floor it. But, yeah. Engine every other Wednesday. That could happen. That could happen. Again, we're not abandoning engine videos. I want to keep doing all the things that I do, but it's just hard. It's so hard. Yep. That's funny. Fixing on a garage says I find myself lured to DDG because Jamie's voice sounds just like my inner narrator. That's funny. It is very stream of consciousness, It's just. I think people know that there's zero writing. And there's very little research. I will look a couple things up just to try and make sure I get details right, from time to time. But basically, it's just all off the top of my head. My Willis 57. Where can I buy a plain Jane 4-door 74 or earlier Dart? Facebook Marketplace, unfortunately, is pretty much the place. If there's nothing local to you, join some of the Mopar groups. The A-Body Mopar. Well, no, don't join that page. It sucks. There are tons and tons of them, and I'm in some of them, but not all of them, and I don't want to be because it makes me want to kick a puppy. DJ Kami, what was the pre-Cummins Dodge diesel? There were several. Mitsubishi, Perkins at one time. There were several. There were lots, and none of them, they just weren't, the 12-valve Cummins. Ibaz has followed all that advice except the posting a lot. Yeah, again, like, when I started this channel, I was putting out a video damn near every single day. There was a day I posted 2 videos. I used to do, and then, things slowed down a bit when I started at Tom's. I was doing 4 videos a week still. 4! R. Dave Carr says, your videos are the 2 high points of my week. Oh, thank you. I just so appreciate if I can be that, That's awesome. Fleetwood John came here from Uncle Tony's, stopped watching him when he burned too many people he had on. He does not play well with others. He has proven that many times. So true. J-Rod's here. Oh, you know what? I think there was a comment from J-Rod pretty early on. Anyway, watching DDG and McDonald's, might try that next. Nice. Overbuild Automotive's also here. I bumped the volume knob. That happens a lot. Any more talk of a get-together at Tom's, asks David. There has been. I don't know. There's no plan. Byron says 100,000 subs or you're still not a YouTuber. For the first time in a long time, I said, would you please subscribe? There was the Dart video. Yeah. And, wait, no, that wasn't the Dart. I thought that was the Dart video. Wow. My video from today has moved into number 1. It has 19,800 views. It started out at number 7. Like right behind Byron's welded diff video. And it is now number 1. So that's awesome. It's going to roll over 20,000 before we get out of here. Sick. I thought it was... Oh, it's because I hadn't refreshed the page. Hold on. 188 people subscribed from the Dart video because I specifically said, hey, I never do this, but would you subscribe? Because I'm getting tired of this number next to my channel name not saying 100,000. Anyway, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yep, 10,500 to go. Stephen Andrews has only been a member for 1 month. Stephen Andrews is a gold member. He was a member longer than that. Maybe just gold for 1 month? I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Stephen. The turbo encabulator. Chris is headed to bed. See you later. I apologize for getting missing lots of comments tonight because there have been a lot. Mopar Man refuses to walk on eggshells. Even on my YouTube channel, I have the attitude I don't give an F. I will not swear on my channel, occasionally in live streams. And actually, there have been a few dams here and there. I don't think dams too bad. It's not too naughty. I try to keep it available to all and school friendly, work friendly, family friendly, you know. So that's really important to me. But beyond that, I mean, I don't walk on eggshells. I tell you what I think of things, you know, for better or for worse. I do my best. Tavo says, I loved when my channel was active, the people who corrected me using very unreliable sources that were totally wrong. I don't do this as much anymore because I don't have the time and I don't see all the comments. I can't anymore. I'm missing the majority of comments these days. There are just too many. But since the beginning, I have taken great pleasure in soundly shaming anyone that comes into my comments with stupid things to say, incorrect information and things of that kind, trying to correct me, tell me I'm wrong. Those people have gotten the full force of my wrath in comment replies, and it's very cathartic. But, you know, I might have allegedly violated YouTube's community guidelines a couple times. You come at me, you come into my comments with some stupid crap, I'm going to come back at you. I've done it many times. But also, so many people have come in with more correct information or helpful tidbits or, you know, things of that kind. And I always try to, you know, elevate those. I'll mention them in future videos. I'll pin them sometimes. Like I'll respond and say thank you. You know, that's an important part of this too. I've always heard from people, oh, you shouldn't read the comments. Well, then I miss all the good ones. And I miss the questions from people that need help. And yeah, I always tried to read every single one of them. But the last 4 to 6 months, I just can't do it anymore. Just can't do it. Yes, indeed. A lot of Tony's videos have turned into Tony yelling at old man yelling at the sky. That's very true. I know that he has a lot of useful information to share, and I try to get all of it. Yes, I swore in Tanner's video. So if you want to hear me swear, go watch Tanner's video. That's Vintage Adventurer Drives from today. Yeah. I don't have... A lot of Tony's old man yelling at cloud stuff ventures into the like vaguely political or outright, 100% political neighborhood that I don't want to be in. So I don't watch that kind of stuff. Roberts LLV just got back from the USPS service facility. That would be AVMF. Still runs like garbage. Well, it is still an LLV. Tom sees all. Are you going to do any more on the Turbo Slant 6? Yes, I am. Now ask me when, so I can tell you I have no idea. David says, yeah, inner narrator without the cussing, but I can fill in the blanks myself. Yes, Tony has a sign that says does not play well with others. I saw it hanging in his shop when I visited, and I thought it was hilarious and very fitting. Lucas Wittenmeyer just became a DDG member. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. When I visited Tony was just after the blow up with Kiwi. It was interesting times. Oh, that was fun. The Duke of 5A says, this and I Do Cars are my must-watch every week. That's awesome. Thank you. Jeff Militich watches all Dead Dodge Garage, Rocky Resto, Cold War Motors, most Mopar Joe, and Uncle... I assume that was supposed to be just Mopar Joe, and Uncle Tony. Just Mopar Joe's such a great guy. I will have him on again at some point. He just can't do Sundays. We got, like, at some point, my people will call his people. Neither of us has any people. And we'll do another live stream together. I would like to do that. And I will certainly, as long as things go to plan, I will be seeing Joe again this year. He said, what did he say? I just assume you'll be visiting once a year forever until you decide to finally move down here. Yeah. Funny stuff. Wow. Martin Baumforth bought something cool and old. 1979 Hot Wheels Folding Service Center in good condition and boxed. That's awesome. I've never even heard of that. That's funny. Tanner said, by the way, I appreciate all the subs I've gotten thanks to that loon from Washington who sent so many people my way. Last week I was at 1530. Now I'm at 1893. Makes a guy feel special. Absolutely. Happy to do it. Don't waste it. You know, all I can say is, here's some more advice for budding YouTubers. Don't go chasing bigger channels hoping that they're going to give you a big break and you're going to become famous because, you know, you're friends or you were in their videos or they mentioned you, you know, whatever. It can do something for you. But, and some of those channels that no longer work with Tony are great evidence of this. Just having that does not make you a successful YouTuber. It does not make your videos get views or, you know, it does not guarantee growth. I can give you a little bump. I've given a good few channels a little bump. Tom was one way back at the beginning of his channel. You know, he got a lot out of that and grew from there. But if he didn't have good videos that people wanted to see and he didn't post them weekly, you know, he wouldn't have a successful channel. It's just not that, it's not that simple. But anyway, I'm glad you got something out of it. Is your inner narrator suffering? Yeah. Duke of 5A said, we get it. Don't burn yourself out. Absolutely. And I've been fighting that. It hasn't been an issue until very recently because there are so many different things. Here's your thumbnail. There's so many different things I have to do. Oh, that's funny. My mom left her phone charger in my truck. My brother left way more than that. Both of my brothers left stuff. We just did a road trip to Bend, Oregon. My mom and both of my brothers all in the truck. So much farting. Garmok, who is a member, thank you, loves Engine Wednesdays. I know you are not alone, and again, I'm still doing them. For now, this is not an announcement that I'm going down to one video a week. I'm just saying this may be something that happens in the future because there's just so much going on. It's a lot. Yeah. Dan Orcutt said, you've got the golden combo, fun content that informs and entertains, just enough comedy and snarkiness. Your unique voice is cool. It is unique. That's for sure. Almost like a Muppet character. Thank you, I think. I appreciate that. Jeff Militich, a member of the Jeff Mafia, just went and subscribed to Chris Greenhill. Thank you for that. P. Wood, how many hours do you film to get an hour's content? It varies, but Engine Wednesday videos are typically 30 to 40 minutes. I am filming Monday, Tuesday. But here's the thing, I'm not filming every second because, as you know, on this channel, you don't see everything I do. Like, the vast majority of the work happens behind the scenes. I show you, I talk about what has happened, and I will show you operations, you know, in real time occasionally, but that's not the norm. So actual filming hours versus filmed hours, you know, actual hours working on it versus what's filmed. It's hard to quantify that, but, and it varies by project too. Like, I don't know. My average video is 40 minutes and I usually have an hour to an hour 20 of footage. But sometimes, and it depends on how many people are helping me, sometimes it's way more than that. Yeah, no one's heard the word guitar in this episode yet. I did point out my Japanese Rick copy that I got, which I love. I do cut all the swearing out. Yes. That's 44 minutes, 44 and a half minutes for every hour. John Smith said maybe one of your unpaid interns could help make videos. We've done that. My brother has done 8 to 10 videos. 8 to 10, I think, for the channel. Alan has done I think 2 whole videos and contributed to tons, bunches and bunches. Byron's contributed footage. Peter's contributed footage. Other people have too. But anyway, yeah. Believe in yourself. Jamie, what lights you up inside? Espresso. Oh, yeah. I've given McLovin a couple bumps for sure as well. Our very own mod, McLovin Garage. He makes videos too. He has the Llama Barn Valiant. He also has that awesome rust-free 80s truck. Jeff Hutchins, this live stream and Kiwi's live stream are my favorites. It's been a while since I hopped into one of Kiwi's. Yes, people, I've noticed, I haven't noticed it in a while, but yeah, people in Tony's live still ask him where Kiwi is. It's been a while. Brevis3343, have you ever used the Ron Francis wire kit for Dodge trucks? No. I've seen exactly one Ron Francis wiring. What the hell was that noise? Oh, it's Colin. That's a Camaro. And the dogs hate it. As well they should. I didn't actually show the roadkill picture in here. I have seen one Ron Francis harness installed in a Barracuda. I actually showed it. I was in Mitchell's 65 Barracuda. I hated it. Hated it. It did not look like it was intended to work in a Mopar at all. It looked... I didn't like it. I did not like it. I cannot recommend Ron Francis. Now, maybe that was just this kit and the way this kit was put together. I don't know, but I wasn't a fan. Here's me and my brother, and I'm next to Freiberger, and my brother's next to Finnegan, and why won't it focus? Because it's a piece of garbage. There you go. Now, what do you notice about this photo? We're all wearing sunglasses. I'm wearing a weird colored shirt. The people from California are wearing shorts. The people from Washington are not wearing shorts. They're wearing pants for some reason. My brother and Finnegan both have like similar red beards, and they're ridiculously tall. I'm closer to Finnegan in height, and Finnegan or closer to Freiberger. I mean, and Freiberger and I just look like two dudes, while my brother and Finnegan look like two bros. It's really weird. It's weird. Yeah. You know, Dead Dodge Garage was always intended to be me and my brother, right? Just didn't work out that way most of the time. Anywho, Oliver Brown said, you're obviously really good at what you do. We need more Mopar people like you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, the Iron Duke is supposed to run like garbage. Tom Sees All loves the Turbo Slant. I know you will get it sorted out and it will be a monster. I do want to do that. Come on, come back. Here we go. Cameras. Comedy. Dean Stevenson was too busy admiring Tanner's pretty hair. Yep. That's funny. Oh, Tavo. Yeah, the problem with being so fabulously popular, comments come in 3 times as fast as you can read them. That is becoming true now, and it's even more so because I don't have time. Double secret probation. Yes, right. I remember now. Yes, Steven, you were a double secret probation member. I remember now. You become a double secret probation member by making a direct contribution, which Steven did. A measurable one, in fact, and thank you. Tom Sees All. Can't have a channel. I curse so much in my garage it's not even funny. You can curse in YouTube videos. It's not a problem. You can curse a lot. If you want to be monetized, which I do, there are limits on the bad language. And that's not to say you still can't swear. You can. I choose not to. And it's hard. Good times. Rapid Transit, I think, checked out. See you later. It is... You and Freiberger are really close, huh? I've never talked to him except for that day. Wait, where is Kiwi? Hate is such a strong word. That's why I'm using it. Old Iron, it was really, really late. Yeah, no political comments. Gonna have to insist on that. Yes, Tanner. If only the people could hear the little editor notes. Yeah, I leave notes when if you were to see my raw footage, the reason my videos are made the way they are, and we have to go soon, it's almost dinner time. The reason my videos are made the way they are, which is in short clips, is because I can't talk to camera for more than 30 to 50 seconds at a time without screwing up and tripping over a word and whatever. And I don't know why. You would think after doing it for 4.5 years it would get better. Nope, it's gotten worse. It's all like, again, it's stream of consciousness, like from brain to mouth to camera. And the problem is the connection from brain to mouth ain't the best. So, yeah. I could talk here all day long. And, you know, I misspeak from time to time. But yeah, when I'm recording and trying to focus, it is worse. And so I end up leaving myself notes for the edit. I specifically will say the word cut as a note to myself when I'm editing to cut this out and fast forward and go to the next part of speech. And sometimes I'll do it 4 in a row. But anyway, Ray Adkins is here. How's it going? And sometimes if I mess something up multiple times, I will say mean things to future me. Anyway, nice. Tanner's video from today just hit 1,000 views. That's pretty great for me. My videos haven't hit that many in a while. Awesome. Well, there you go. Like I said, don't waste it. You have a slightly bigger audience. Capture them, you know? Make the next video. Prove to them why they subscribe to you and continue to grow. Ronald Frondrin wants to know, how long before we see Power Wagon vids again? Probably not that long, honestly. I really want to get back to my 72 Power Wagon. That needs to happen, but we also need to finish Tom's truck. So, yeah. Yep. Dogs are smarter than most people think. Jamie's dogs hating Camaros are proof of that, says Todd. Nice. Yes, I don't video myself because I swear. Wait till you see zip ties and bias supplies. Again, you can swear in videos. What happened to the caddy we used to own? The Boozmobile. The caddy. I traded it. You traded it for this piece of junk? No, I traded it for a microphone. All right, I can see that. Lucas Wittenmeyer is out. I'm also about to leave. Spitfire Mike, that's funny, Jamie. You had me fooled. Very smooth delivery on your narration of videos. Thank you. Appreciate that. Brother, it's all in the edit. Anyone who has seen me do this in person, which I hate, by the way. It's a very small number of people I'll film in front of. I hate it. I don't care if you watch the video when it's done. I don't want to see you watching it, and I don't want you to see me make it. But anyway, anyone that has knows that yeah, it's challenging. It's a problem. All Classics is here. Been here the whole time on the phone with family. Nice. Well, glad you were hanging out. TCB Quick wants to know, when do we get a blooper reel? So I've said this before. So the problem is my process when I misspeak like that. If I do say cut, fine, that ends up, in my footage. But if I mess up in the first 10 seconds of a clip, which happens a lot, I just delete it and start again. And because I've deleted them, they're in the recycle bin and they're gone because I don't want them to fall in with the edit. I have tried in the past to consciously go, okay, we'll save these and then we'll do a members video explaining to people like what's wrong with me. But I just I can't bring myself to do it. And as far as bloopers implies something funny that you'll get to see. If it's funny, even if it's bad or wrong, if it's funny, it's in the video. So that's why I haven't done a blooper reel. It will just be me like swearing or being really frustrated or just not being able to talk. Like, though, that's That's what it would be. Old Iron prefers these lives over the videos. I could tell. Old Iron was late because he was taking a shower and couldn't figure out how to turn it off. Yep. Overbuild Automotive said, DDG, I truly respect your keep the video clean. Kids need to watch car videos and no foul mouths. That's exactly why I do it. I have been told by a commenter at one point, and it's been a while, they said, I am an auto tech instructor at a high school, and I show your videos in class. And that was awesome. And you couldn't do that if it was full of the F-bombs that we all know happen in the shop. So, yeah. Anywho, April Fool's should be a love letter to the PT Cruiser. Did you know April Fool's Day is my wedding anniversary? I will be busy that day. That's funny. April 1st, you should upload an unedited video. No. I won't do it. What's for Din Din? Leftover noodle stuff my wife made last night. David says, the Washingtonian in me wants to know where you got the flannel. All right, I'm gonna tell you where I got the flannel, and then I'm gonna leave. My favorite flannel is that blue one I always wear. It's blue with like little red lines, and it is the ultimate, awesomely soft ultimate flannel from whoever this is. I don't remember. And my cat, the little black cat that barges in here sometimes, loves me, and she comes in here while I'm editing, and she sits and scratches at the arm of my favorite flannel. And so now it's got all these little rip spots on it. Also, the elbow's ripped. And so I wanted a new one, and I figured out the other day, I just had the idea, I'm going to find it. And I figured out what it is and what size it is and everything, and I looked online, and I found one. And it was listed as a medium, which is what that flannel is. I should probably have a large, but it's a medium, and I wanted exactly the same one. And it's the same pattern, and that is my flannel, so I ordered it. But while I was at it, I found a couple others in different colors, and I thought, yeah, that's cool. So I ordered this one too. But when I got home today, the new favorite flannel is here, and it's in a freaking youth medium. It's tiny. But this one fits, and I've got a third one coming too. David says, hearing you swear at future Jamie is funny as F. Yeah, nice. Thanks. Pendleton. No, we were in Bend. The service is in Pendleton. How did you know that? Well, it's not really a service. But anyway, Old Iron says, April Fool's vid should be a completely serious video trying to get a diecast to run right. At some point, I have a bunch of diecasts I'd like, or no, sorry, not diecasts. I have a bunch of models. I have a bunch of models I want to build. And at some point, there will be a members video of that. Mark Bass says April 1st was my wedding anniversary too. I'll be damned. We didn't really plan it that way, but it happened. There you go. Please, no nudity. Now remember, this is not a competition, merely an exhibition. So please, no wagering. What's wrong with me? Oh, I don't know. Do you want the list or? We need a musical episode where you play and sing your engine info. I've written songs in 3 videos, at least. All right, I think that's about enough. Thank you, Dave Shore. I appreciate that. I think I actually understand engines because Wednesdays are cool. Patrick Radcliffe sent me another $5 for the filmography on the Dart video this week. Thank you. Peter and Byron and I are going to be working on another channel at some point, and it will be nice. It'll be nice video, and it'll be professional, and it'll have a soundtrack, and it'll have scripts and all kinds of things. And there will be nice filmography, and I'm actually really excited for that. But this is not that channel. Yes, I'm going to see if my kid wants the wrong flannel, because it's just like my flannel. Maybe she'll like that. Yes, I will have to build that 392 Hemi model at some point. When are Dead Dodge Garage flannels coming? Never. If I make my own branded flannel, shoot me. Please. For the love of all that is holy, just shoot me. That'll be the same day we film the spot for AG1. All right, I'm leaving. I'm going to make my own flannels with blackjack and hookers. In fact, forget the flannels and the blackjack. We should have Dart Sundays. Dude, I had Dart Week for 3 weeks. What more do you want? Oh, we're going to do a Dead Dodge Garage model train video. 100%. Oh, but a regular video. Ignoring all Mopar stuff, pretending it was always a model railroading channel. I love that. I am going to do a members train video. 100%. And at some point, we're going to build a train room. I saw the sun in Oregon. When we got to Bend, it was 77 degrees. Something about a heat dome. Should have stayed there. Anyway, thank you to everyone that hung out. I have no idea what videos we're making this week. No idea. So it'll be a surprise to all of us. A musical episode. Yeah. All right. I'm going home. I am home. How about Valiant Month? Yeah. Yeah. May the flannels be with you. We'll watch whatever it is. Thank you, J-Rod. Appreciate that. Pizza and burritos for all. I will see you next time. We'll all be surprised. And until then, thank you for the super chats and thank you for your memberships. I noticed right at the last, Dan Orcutt upgraded to a fancy member. Thank you, Dan. Dan Orcutt in Alaska. Oh, what happened? Oh, someone got nuked. I missed it. All right, anyway. See you later. Thanks for being here, and bye. Lawn darts. Bye.